Hey guys! So today, it's actually a beautiful sunny day out in New York City. Look at this. But today I just decided that I'll be kind of wrapping up 2020 with some of my favorite purchases, some of my favorite brands. So this is kind of like a weird mix-up of like a haul, try-on, / me talking about these different fashion designers that I think deserve a little more hype. And also, I know I owe a few videos for those asking a lot of questions regarding especially fashion buying. So I will follow up, answer those questions, and be making more videos regarding fashion careers as well, since a lot of people seem interested. But otherwise, don't forget to thumbs up this video and hit the subscribe button. I will be uploading more videos, and that is a pinky promise for 2021. Let's hope 2021 is a year full of more positivity as we close this really friggin' weird year of 2020. Okay, so my first purchase / designer is an item I'm currently wearing. So this is a Marine Serre crescent moon top, and I layered this tank over it, so I will literally take it off and show you. It's literally just a skin tight shirt. Very, very comfortable material, very stretchy, form-fitting. Marine Serre, you've probably heard of her or at least seen this crescent moon motif before. She is a French designer and she's been kind of booming in popularity over the past few years, especially this past year as a lot of celebrities have donned her designs. And when you see Beyonce wearing this crescent moon top, you know a lot of people will go online to look up what she is wearing and sell it out. I honestly respect Marine Serre so much, not only for her designs, but for her kind of promise to be a sustainable company. Currently, about 50% of her materials from her collections are recycled. Even this top is a form of recycled nylon. In the fashion industry, at this point, if you're not making some sort of pledge to sustainability, it's kind of like, what are you doing? And why I also respect Marine Serre is because she is a designer so ahead of her time. A lot of her collections, ever since the beginning, like a few years ago when she first debuted, her kind of vision for these collections and themes was about like this post-apocalyptic world. But this is why Marine Serre has been including face masks in her collections for the past few years, way before it was a mandatory item. I am curious how her brand will continue growing because I feel like it's reached such a high point right now, especially with this crescent moon motif. I'd like to see how she evolves her collections and explores different routes. And also, I recommend you going on their YouTube channel. They do upload videos kind of showing how they turn these materials into her clothes. One specific example is like they get all of these really cool, beautiful rugs and turn them into dresses and skirts. So check those out if you're interested. So my next item / designer is this sweater vest by thrifted noten. So I do believe the sweater vest kind of had its moment this year. I remember the last time I wore sweater vests was in 5th grade when I layered it on top of these button downs, and I looked like a real nerd. But I feel like it has really come back this year with a lot of girls either wearing them by themselves as a cropped top or layering them on top of button downs or other items. And I actually purchased this one from a Facebook buying selling group, so I did buy this secondhand. I don't know when it's exactly from, but I just love the colors and the pattern, so it's not just like a regular vest that I could have bought. The reason why I really enjoy Dries's designs is because of the talent that he has playing around with different colors and patterns. I feel like you often see a lot of nature motifs, so a lot of florals, plants in his designs. I just think overall he's a very eccentric designer and going against the grain with a lot of other trends in the fashion world. And I feel like this is big in part because he was part of the Antwerp 6, which is just a group of designers that graduated from Antwerp in Belgium. And I feel like if you are from Antwerp, you're very much taught in the curriculum how to kind of have your own vision and not follow others. And this is just based on the designers that I do see coming out of Antwerp, but they're very much against the grain and stick to their own personal unique vision. I also just really respect Dries, even though, you know, he's been around for a while. Recently he's been very vocal about calling for industry changes, and this is so that fashion kind of takes a step back and slows down a bit. Create less seasons, create less collections throughout the year so that there is less waste. So if you've never heard of Dries, I highly suggest you check out his collections. And there's also a pretty good documentary about Dries and his kind of design process and his life. So it's just literally just called Dries, but check it out. All right, my third item, or should I say items, they are the it bag of 2020, and I feel like you cannot really think of another signature bag that has been really popular this year, and they are the Telfar shopping bags. I have the small one in white and a medium one in black. So these bags come in a bunch of different colors, and it also comes in a large, which I thought was a bit too large for me. And the small one basically holds your phone and like a card holder, maybe some makeup perfectly. You definitely cannot fit like a full-size wallet in this. I would only take this out if I'm going somewhere for a short amount of time, temporarily. And the medium-sized black one, it's a perfect size. You could fit a laptop, your wallet, a water bottle. It is a pretty good size to fit whatever you need for an entire day. And yeah, the medium one is kind of like my go-to tote bag now. I bought these bags directly on Telfar's website, and this was in the beginning of the year before these bags were literally selling out within 10 minutes, with a lot of people using bots and then reselling them for hundreds of dollars, which you should not be doing. But yeah, now they are like actually a bit difficult to get. You just have to make sure you're on top of emails and notifications whenever Telfar restocks on the website. But Telfar, yes, 2020 was the year for Telfar bags, but Telfar has been working hard on his designs over the past few years. But I honestly think Telfar deserves this recognition. He does have an eye for design, and he has even won the 2020 CDFA award for American Accessories Designer of the Year. Awards aren't everything, they don't mean everything, but you will see that often designers that win CDFA awards, they continue just blowing up exponentially the next few years, especially because that kind of helps them get more exposure, more capital, more resources to produce more items, have more sales and designs. But Telfar himself is another designer I respect. He is from Liberia, but he grew up and worked a lot in New York, and he's been working at this for years. And from the beginning, I just think he has established his brand as a brand to be accessible for everyone. And this is seen in their motto slash slogan. I don't know what's the right term, but they say, it's not for you, it's for everyone. So his clothes, accessories, they're all genderless, unisex, and you know, I think he's really putting this message out to the world that no matter what your income is, race, sexuality, however you label yourself, however you look, it shouldn't matter. You should be able to comfortably make a purchase of a Telfar product. And also Telfar has been very vocal and very supportive of the Black Lives Matter movement. He's had like partnerships and made items to donate funds. He's also just been consistently donating funds from his profits. But I feel like this year, especially after the death of George Floyd, it was really important to be vocal about basic human rights. I am interested to see where Telfar will take his clothing collections. I feel like he's clearly already proven that he has the potential and abilities to create accessories. I do want to see how his clothing collections will evolve if he does decide to go forward with those. In the beginning, he played around a lot with deconstruction, which I honestly really enjoyed. There are like pairs of jeans that he's had that I kind of mimicked with mine by like cutting them up. So I'm excited to see how his clothing will evolve. My next item slash designer is this vest by miyake. It is part of his Pleats Please line, so you can see with the fabric, it is made out of a lot of pleats. Very comfortable, and it is an open vest. I usually, the way I like to wear it, I kind of pin up the opening here with 2 safety pins and layer it on top of another shirt. But yeah, obviously you can just wear it open as well. But it is black, very light, very comfortable, and issey miyake, he is probably, I think like this style, this type of product is one of the items he's most well known for. The Pleats Please line, and also you've probably seen like the Bao Bao bag before. It's made out of these like triangular kind of 3D structures, which were pretty in like a few years ago. But this vest I have bought secondhand at a consignment store here in New York. It's called Ina, I-N-A. I don't know if I'm saying it correctly, but they have multiple locations throughout Manhattan. They have a lot of notable and respectable designers there, so if you are looking to spend on some quality items, that is a thrift/consignment store you can check out. But issey miyake, he is probably one of the best Japanese designers out there. I think he is up there with Rei Kawakubo and Yoji Yamamoto. I mean, he is very, very talented and kind of a master at kind of manipulating fabrics. He thinks very architecturally, and you can even see with the Pleats Please line at how like intricate the design is. This is all one piece of material, but he has pressed these, he has pleated these in a certain way where it's very, very comfortable and soft. He has made some Pleats Please items, kind of partnering up with different artists and printing their artwork on the pleats, which I think are some of his best pieces and works. They probably cost a fortune if you find one now, but I do want to invest in more Pleats Please items in the nearby future. I will continue probably buying them secondhand because they are a bit expensive if they're not on sale. All right, my next purchases are from Marine Serre. So I have this wild shirt, and it looks, you'll be able to understand the shirt when it is put on. It basically has a lot of different ties, so it creates this kind of halter top while tying around the front and the back of the body, and just the way they styled it in their own marketing, I think they were kind of inspired by like mermaids or some sort of beach creatures, with all of these strings. Also from Marine Serre, I bought this skirt, which again makes more sense when it's put on, but it has this garter detail at the bottom, and it also has just these different ties and this sort of belt that can wrap around the top part of your body if you'd like to. But Marine Serre herself, the designer, she is Korean, but she has attended and graduated from Antwerp, and I feel like I can kind of see all of these different inspirations and influences on her designs growing up as a Korean, but also attending school in Europe. She infuses a lot of different aesthetics together. Her designs are just very youthful. They're full of edge, yet they're very comfortable. Honestly, they're not too fancy, and she does kind of have like a streetwear influence on it, especially when it comes to more technical fabrics and designs. But I just think she infuses a lot of different elements together to create this unique look, and I feel like aesthetically, Marine Serre is one designer I would just love to just get a bunch of different items from. It is a little pricey, especially when you buy from her website, and it's like shipping directly from Korea, so you get like $30 shipping. Oh, and another thing to note is that her sizing, it's Korean sizing, so it's a 0, 1, or 2, and that's kind of equivalent to a small, medium, large. I feel like when it comes to formal fitting items, don't hesitate to size up if you're a little scared it won't fit. I feel like there are some items of hers that I do wish I sized up, instead of kind of sticking to the lower end of the size. But there are a lot of like loose fitting items that she sells that it's completely fine if you do stick to your size. So my next purchase is this Sandy Liang fleece jacket. It has all over blue fleece with these little patchwork details, and I think it's really fun because it comes with this pink lining. I bought this jacket from The Real, so it was used secondhand, and it honestly came in great condition. Fleece jackets, this item is kind of what brought Sandy Liang into the spotlight, I feel like. She has made a bunch of different kinds of designs using fleece on jackets, but I think the public has really enjoyed them, and I thought they all look super nice. And she's been making them for a while now, and she also makes other kinds of clothing as well. I just like her designs because I just feel like they are kind of whimsical. They're playful in a way, and I don't think she takes this like design-wise too seriously, which I like. She plays with a lot of light fabrics, includes like these flower motifs sometimes, really light kind of candy coated colors, and it is nice to see that her brand is growing. I think she's officially opened up her like main freestanding store that's permanent in Lower East Side in New York City. So I haven't checked it out yet, but I'm really excited to see what it looks like, what the setup is. And I noticed even in the tag she writes LES NYC because she's from the Lower East Side of New York City, and I just thought that was like a really cute personal detail on her clothing, and it's really cool to see her represent New York. Kim Shui is next. So I have this beautiful brocade top. It has this cutout in the middle by the chest area, and you can just see the beautiful different fabrics that she incorporates into this design. I bought this top on sale. It was being sold at Kith. Kim Shui, I feel like some people might describe Kim Shui as sort of like an IG brand, an Instagram brand. It did blow up like the past year or two because celebrities have been wearing her designs on Instagram. One famous one being Kylie Jenner. And you know, if Kylie Jenner wears something, it will explode in popularity. You will also see a lot of knockoffs for her. But this is kind of what helped put Kim Shui in the spotlight, and I just feel like her pieces are very beautiful, especially when you're in the mood to just feel very feminine. And I feel like if you just want to flaunt your curves, dress up for a night out in the city, I feel like Kim Shui has that vibe and that aesthetic. She has shared how she incorporates a lot of her Chinese heritage into her designs, which you can definitely see in this brocade top with this quote mock neck, which obviously took inspiration from the qipao. You can kind of see how her Chinese heritage is kind of infused within the fabrics, brocades themselves, but you can kind of see how she matches it up with this faux snakeskin leather design. And Kim Shui actually also grew up in Italy, so she not only has her Chinese heritage, but she has her childhood from Italy and now residing in America in New York. She's also inspired a lot by contemporary abstract art, so you can see that with a lot of the different silhouettes and shapes and kind of cutouts she does with her different works. She has said that her clothing is kind of to lift up and celebrate all of her different heritage and cultures that she's experienced, and I think she really just brings an interesting perspective into the fashion industry. So that concludes my haul of 2020. I wouldn't say those were all of my top favorite brands per se, but I just think those were some of my purchases, some of my favorite purchases throughout the past year. Might have forgotten some items, not sure, can't really keep track of when I exactly bought things anymore. The concept of time is just completely gone. But I am interested to see how my shopping habits may evolve throughout the next year. Maybe I'll hopefully discover more newer brands, and I'm hoping I can invest in brands that I do really like, but wasn't really able to purchase over the past year. If you've made it this far, let me know below what were your favorite purchases of 2020, and if there are more brands that you think deserve more recognition. And also let me know what kinds of videos you'd like to see. I will continue making more videos regarding fashion, and I will touch upon more about fashion buying and the career path as well. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to give a thumbs up to this video, hit the subscribe button, and I will see you again soon. Bye!